Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Revise in 5. And I'm actually really excited to bring you this one. So, this one is on stakeholders. So, the whole idea of my videos is to create a resource for students. This one's really special because this is a resource for students created by one of my students. Okay, so I'm going to shout out the big dog himself, Miles Morrison, for putting this together. It's a fantastic revision little resource. So let's go through it together. So this is going to be 1.5, which is stakeholders. Obviously, that's my little face there. So what is a stakeholder? So a stakeholder is basically any person or group with an interest in a business. That's my face again. Right. Just gone through that. Okay, so stakeholders can be divided into internal and external stakeholders. Okay, so internal stakeholders are the stakeholders that are connected to the business. They work for the business. Okay, they are the owners, the employees, the managers. Okay, whilst put suppliers down as internal, they would actually be classed as external, or they do supply raw materials to the business. They don't work for the business. Okay, the business is just one of their customers. So suppliers would be part of external. Okay, and as Martha said, external stakeholders are outside the business. Okay, so they don't work for the business, then they're not connected to the business in that particular way. So these consist of the local government, the customers, the local community, suppliers, competitors, and any financial institute that has lent money to the business. Okay, so here are is a brief summary of the aims of each stakeholder group. Okay, so you've got owners and shareholders. Now these are the people who own the business. Okay, they might be sole traders or partnerships, they're the owners, or if it's a public limited or private limited company, they will be referred to as shareholders. So they have a stake in the business, they own a part of the business. And also their main objectives would be they want high profits. Okay, so also they can keep more of the profit if it goes straight to them. If it is for shareholders, they'll keep it in terms of dividends. Okay, you've got managers. Their main interest would be job security and high salaries. They're motivated by promotion and any profit sharing schemes. The managers are the ones that usually get the big sort of financial methods of motivation, such as bonuses, such as profit sharing. Then you've got employees. Employees, their main aim is to have a safe working environment, favourable work conditions, and just guaranteed income. Okay. Then you've got customers. The main aim for customers is they just want high quality products. Okay, a wide range of products, high quality, good value for money, effective customer service. So just to get who customers are, obviously they are the people or group that buy from the business. Okay. Suppliers, now these are the people who supply raw materials to the business, and their main interest is to get payment for orders on time, okay, and regular orders from the business at a fair price. Okay, so payment for orders on time. Just remember, most businesses would use trade credit, so they don't receive the money for goods up front. So they would like to be paid on time, either within 30, 60, or 90 days, depending on the agreement made by the business. Then you've got banks or other financial institutes, and obviously their main interest is to get payments of their loans or overdrafts back on time. Then you've got the government. Now, the stakeholder group, as defined as the group that runs the country. Their main aim is the business will follow laws, regulations, and pay taxes. And obviously, if the business makes more profit, in theory, they should be making more taxes. And then you've got the local community. Okay, and their main aim is to make sure the business does not pollute the local environment. This stakeholder stakeholder group lives around the business. Okay, they might want to provide jobs or work for the business. And not on here, you've got competitors. Okay, and their main aim is obviously to compete and maybe undercut the business so they can gain more market share. Right, so typically in an exam question, you might be asked how stakeholders influence a business. Okay, so owners, they obviously try to make as high of an income as possible and they want profit. Okay, and they influence business by making decisions such as reducing costs or increasing prices to make this a possibility. Employees, okay, they work and they generate profits for the business. Okay, so they're productive, and obviously if they're more motivated, the more productive they are, that's going to be fantastic for the business in terms of sales and profit. Customers, this stakeholder group buys from the business. Okay, so they are the main source of revenue for the business, so they have a massive influence on the business. If they like the product, the business is going to do well. If they don't like the product, the business is possibly going to fail and have to shut down. Okay, suppliers, they influence the business because the supply chain is interdependent with the business being supplied. The sustainability of one part affects all the others. So interdependent just basically means it's all linked in together. Okay, so they can influence a business positively if they provide good quality raw materials. Then that's kind of a knock-on effect onto the business, and they can obviously increase their sales or charge higher prices. However, conversely, if the supplier isn't reliable or does not provide good quality materials, then the business will be affected in that way, and their sales will be impacted negatively. Then you've got the government. Okay, they've got a big influence on the business. They create laws, they make taxes. Okay, ensure legislation is followed, and this can have a massive effect on the business. And then you've got local communities. Okay, they supply customers and staff. Okay, if they like the business, but they can have a negative impact if they don't like the business by boycotting the business and obviously damaging the business. And then conversely, how a business influences stakeholders. Okay, so a business can influence customers because they're in charge of the price. And if they lower the price, that's probably going to influence more customers to buy. Their business can influence employees, okay, because ultimately, if they don't need any more employees, they can get them sacked, and that's going to affect the employee's main aim of getting money. The business can also influence the government, the suppliers, and the community. Okay, so in effect, the business can influence stakeholders as well as be influenced by them. Okay, so let's go with government. They can influence the government by perhaps employing more people, employing less people. Okay, and obviously this is going to have an effect on employment levels. Okay, the business might influence suppliers, because if they don't buy from the suppliers and they go somewhere else, the suppliers then themselves might go bust, and they can influence the local community because this is where they operate. Okay, if they're polluting the local community, that's obviously not going to go down well with the local residents, but obviously they can provide jobs, which is going to be fantastic for the local community. Okay, and finished. Thanks for watching. This was a great presentation. Hopefully I did it justice by narrating over it. So for more videos, just keep watching this channel. See you guys later.